All right, what's up, guys? Jake with Jake Phillips Training. Today, we're going to go over my top 5 features on the Trainerize mobile app. And I've been using this app for about a year now, and it's pretty good in my opinion. So in this video, I'll be going from number 5 to my top feature on the Trainerize mobile app. And this video could be useful for someone like a personal trainer who might be trying to get on some mobile app and potentially looking at Trainerize as one of them. Or if you're someone looking to hire a personal trainer that uses a Trainerize app, this video will be helpful. All right, let's kick it off with number 5. So number 5 is the custom brand. The custom branding means your custom logo will go on the desktop and it'll go on the login screen and it'll go on the mobile app. So as far as in the App Store, it won't show up in the Apple App Store, but in the Google Play Store, it'll show up. So that's pretty cool. Kind of like cool little flex. You show your logo. It's like, hey, download my app. So even though it's not technically your app, but on the Google Play Store, it looks like it's your app. But as we see right here, so custom branded mobile app. So when I got it, it was $99 one-time fee. Now it looks like it's like $169. So it went up a little bit, but I think it's worth it because it's good for brand recognition. And when you're trying to grow your business online or in person, having the customer know your brand and get familiar with what it looks like. And it also just makes it look a lot more legit, like it's your app. And even though it's technically not your app, but it just makes it look a lot more clean. It has your custom colors. So for example, mine's black and white. So top left corner, you could see that. Normally, I think it's like blue, which is like the Trainerize thing and the Trainerize logo. So it makes it look a lot more legit, and it's a one-time fee. So you just pay it once. You don't have to re-up it every year, every month. It's solid. The one downside of it is that it did take a very long time to actually show up on the Trainerize app for me. I believe I got it in April last year, and it finally came on the app in like August or maybe September, but either way, it was longer than I would have wanted. Another cool thing is with the custom app, it also lets you take a picture of yourself. So when you do open the app, it'll be your logo, and then behind the logo will be a picture of you. And just make sure it's a good picture of you, because you can't, like I said, it took like 6 months for it to finally show up. All right, so moving on to number 4. Number 4 is the flexible plans that they offer. So I really like this because there's other companies out there that I've used that it's one flat fee no matter how many clients you have. So let's say you have like 2 clients, but the monthly fee is $165. Like that's not going to work. That's not a good deal. Or even if it was like $99, it wouldn't be that good. But here, let's say you're just starting out, let's say. I think they have like a 30-day free trial they have, and that'll definitely help out with kind of giving you like a window to get some clients before you actually start paying for this app and, see if you like it too. So the first one they have is, let's say you do the free trial, then you have to eventually start paying for it. So the first one they have is up to 2 clients. So $10 a month, that's pretty good for using this app. And let's say you get a couple more clients, now it's $22 a month, and then you got 15 clients, and that's $45 a month, and then 30 clients, $70 a month. So really just depends on, let's say you have like a very busy season or a year, and you feel like you need to get the 50. It's monthly too, so you could always adjust it. That's very flexible, and you could do the annual and get a slight discount, but I like monthly because it allows more flexibility. But if you're gonna have like let's say you have like a contract where it's like you have like 20 people signed to an annual contract, then obviously the annual will be the way to go. But if you're doing more of like a trainer package kind of thing, where it's like they buy some packages and you're not exactly sure how long these clients are gonna stay around, the monthly is gonna be the better option. It's a lot more flexible. And let's see what the main difference. It's not even that crazy much of a difference between the two. Obviously, you got to put all the money down for the annual, so that's something you have to consider. I like the monthly, just very flexible. So let's say you do have a very busy, let's say, couple months, and you have to like bump it up to like 50. Let's say it's like the New Year's resolution time of the year where you just get like a bunch of clients. You're like, crap, I need to get more slots for my app. And you could easily bump it up to this and just pay more. So let's say it's like January 1st, you get a bunch of new clients, New Year's resolution time of year, bump it up to 50. And then let's say hypothetically they all drop by April. You could go down to 15 when you have 15 clients max, you would think, and paying a lot less. So a lot better like that. So that is number 4. All right, so number 3 is the progress tab, and the progress tab tracks all this stuff right here. So starting off with body weight, that's a big one for a lot of people. They want to lose weight. So this is a very good way to ensure that, like, let's say you do like a weekly weigh-in. This is a great way for them to visually see that they are indeed losing weight. I like to tell them that it's a downward trend, losing weight. So you see how there's some spikes here. It's like, oh no, my weight's going up, I'm failing. No, well, weight loss fluctuates. And then sure enough, it did go down and then spiked back up and then it went right back down again. So downward trend really ensures them that they are in fact losing weight, and it's a good visual as well. And this does connect with some scales. I'm not sure how quality of these scales are, but you basically just step on the scale and it automatically populate into here. Otherwise, they just weigh themselves, and either I put it in or they put it in, depending if they're in person or online. Yeah, then it'll populate on here onto this graph and be a good visual. And still within the progress tab is the nutrition graphs. So there is a built-in macros tracking app within Trainerize, but if they have MyFitnessPal, they could use that as well and integrate it. And the syncing is, I'd say it's 90% there. Sometimes it doesn't sync all the way, but otherwise it's solid. But if they don't have MyFitnessPal, then just using the app is the way to go. And it's pretty simple. You could take pictures, you scan the barcode, and enter in the calories and protein, carbs, and fats. And then obviously you could save some common food items you do, so you don't keep on entering and scanning every single time. Say you have eggs every morning, for example. You have it in the Save tab, and you just put it in there every morning. So makes it easier. This graph is a great visualization just for me and for the client to see that, yes, I am, this is a good example of a caloric deficit right here. So yes, I am in a calorie deficit, and it turns gold when you do hit the threshold of being within the calorie deficit. And when you don't, or you have 2 less calories in this case, it won't highlight. And I think this was just a missed logging day because that's not a lot of calories. But otherwise, yeah, it's great if they don't hit it. But otherwise, when they hit it, it is gold and it's a good visualization. And if they do hit all their macros, they get a star, and it notifies me or the coach that they did hit their protein goal, that they hit the nutrition goal, and hitting your nutrition goal is definitely key. And in this case, losing weight, definitely key to keep on hitting the goals. And right down here, protein goals. I never have an issue with them going over the protein, because protein is initially hard to get in, or at least this amount of much protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight about. That's what this is right here. But he's doing a good job right here, and you can visually see that it is good. Carbs, it's actually kind of under eating on fat. These are gray, so that means he's under eating, and there's got to be an adjustment made. And you also could see exactly what they're eating in the, you can't really see on the desktop version. You actually can't see on the desktop version. I'm pretty sure of that. But on the mobile version, you can see exactly what they're eating, so you kind of know why the carbs are higher and the fats are a bit lower, and then you can make some adjustments from there. And then down here is the macros distribution. So you could see, let's see, 34 grams of carbs this day. I guess this day might not be over. Let's pick a different day. So 38 grams of carbs, 22% fat, or 38% carbs, 22% fats, and 40% protein on this day. So you know, we can see the trend right here. That's like very low fat, higher carbs, and pretty good on the protein. And then the goals are listed right here. So just a very quick and efficient way as the coach to see that they're hitting their goals or maybe they're not hitting their goals. So that is number 3. All right, so number 2 is the ability to track your workouts and see what you did the previous time. And if you're a coach, a fitness trainer, you know that progressive overload, if you're lifting more weight each session, you're getting stronger. That means you're building more muscle. So this is definitely key in making some progress in building some muscle. So I'll pull this up on my phone so you can see it, because on the desktop version, you can just see what they did on the workout. You can't see what they did last time. So when you open it up on the mobile version, you could see on the side that, for example, right here, the dumbbell flat chest press, last time they did 100 pounds for 5 reps. So this time you're trying to potentially get that 6 rep at 100 pounds and making sure that you are making progress on each of the lifts, or at least working close to failure and giving your all on these lifts. And that's a major issue that even I ran into, is that I wasn't knowing, or I couldn't remember what I was doing last time. Like, was I doing 100s? Was I doing 90s? How many did I do? It's kind of hard to remember, and doing it on a notepad is pretty tedious and unorganized. And other apps in the past were just extremely difficult to see what you did last time. And this one's just super easy because you could see it right on the side and very convenient. Scroll down, go into the pull-ups, you could see what I did last time and then make some progress off of that. So progressive overload is huge in all of this, making sure that you are slowly increasing the weight each weight training session. As a coach, you could see that, oh, my client did 25 pounds for 10 reps, for example, and this time I want them to go up to 30s and try and go for 10, or on the lower rep range, let's say 8 reps, and make some progress from that. So it's just a guaranteed way to know what they did last time and that they're making progress this time. And obviously the client wants to make progress each and every time. That will look good on you, and it'll make for some good business. All right, so next I got my number 1 feature that I like on the Trainerize mobile app. And if you guys been liking this video so far, hit that like button. All right, so my number 1 feature on the Trainerize mobile app is the custom video you could put on the client's programs. So I really like this because I hated the generic videos that other apps had. And when you did want to add a custom one, you had to like go to YouTube, upload it to YouTube, and then link it to the app. And it was just so messy. But at the end of the day, when your clients are in the gym, these are for online clients, they're like, oh yeah, how exactly do I do the dumbbell flat chest press? Well, just pull up the video. So on the mobile version, you just click on it and it'll pop up and you'll be like, oh, this is how you do the dumbbell flat chest press. And I really like how it's me, you know, or you or the coach, because it kind of creates that connection between you and the client, that, oh, there's my coach. He actually lifts and stuff and he knows what he's doing. He's not just uploading random videos of other coaches doing this. Another issue was other generic videos would have tempos I didn't like. It was too fast, it was too slow, the video was just taking forever. I like to do very simple videos because when they're in the gym, they just want a quick reminder. And what I do is I don't do any talking, I just perform exactly how I want them to perform the movement. And then if they did want a little more in-depth, you type in the instructions right on the side. So for example, right here, starting position, lowering the dumbbells, pressing up, and then repeating. So very simple. They could look at this obviously beforehand, but if they just want to, maybe if like their shoulder hurts or something, whatever, and it's like, am I doing the dumbbell flat chest press right? Well, this will answer their problem. And then also when you trade this, you put it in the type as strength. So the tags are very useful as well. So it's in the strength, chest, dumbbell, beginner, compound, bilateral. So let's say they couldn't perform this movement for whatever reason, then another exercise with similar tags could be used so they know what they could swap it out with. Or they could obviously text me or the coach, But if they're in a crunch, they're in the gym, they're not getting a response from the coach, or they just want to quickly swap out the exercise, then they can do that because of the tags. And also I like the feature, and this is just me personally, because I just really don't like generic videos of other people showing my clients how to do the exercises. But you could just delete the Trainerize library of the generic videos that they have. So it's just every single video that they could potentially swap it out for, or if I wanted to put in the programming, it's all going to be just me. Obviously, again, I like that because it shows that, creates that connection and shows that, yeah, my coach actually looks like he works out and knows what he's doing. He's not just giving me random stuff and hoping for the best. Obviously, filming all these videos as a coach is a bit tedious. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it because, again, of the connection you can make with an online client who you potentially may have never even met in person. And this kind of creates a little more connection to your client if they were online. And on the mobile version as well, it looks very clean, very sleek. You just have to remember to film it horizontally, not vertically, because you'll get the bars on the side or it just doesn't look as good. All right, so that wraps up the video. If you guys think that this is a bad list or a good list, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have something that is actually so much better that I missed out on. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that will wrap up today's video. My top 5 features on the Trainerize app. My name is Jake with Jake Phillips Training. Hope to see you guys next time. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.